already know what it is. It's Barbershop Conversations. Hit the subscribe and the like button today.
On the street?
Actually, I did. I wasn't training him at the time, but ironically, I knew Julian since 2007, and I used to work at the shelter that he. It's unbelievable, right? And unfortunately, those were the circumstances. I met him. I was having a fight party for the Floyd Mayweather Ricky Hatton fight, and we became pretty good friends. And then later, I started training him in 2010.
So he was just there, one of the guys there. You found out he boxed.
Well, I knew it when he came in there. Yeah, I knew it when he came in. I would attend some of his amateur fights, and then when he was ready to turn pro, he asked me for some help, and we got a relationship outside of boxing. And then I started working with him, and then here we are.
And he told you his story shortly after you met.
Yes, I kind of knew it. He didn't have to it wasn't like a revelation. He kind of just it kind of happened organically. As you get to know somebody and as you're around them, you kind of learn different things about them, and you just started talking. But it actually, a lot of things came up through boxing, because I would ask him, I said, man, how didn't you win nationals as good as you are? Jesus, I thought he was the best amateur in the city. And I would say, how long do you run? And what kind of diet do you do? And he would say, man, I just lose weight, I'll just take laxatives. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you take laxatives to lose weight? You can kill yourself doing that. So that's one of the reasons why I believed in him so much early, and while I took him on and trained him, because I said, man, if you were 77-10 as an amateur taking laxatives to lose weight, you're ruining the lining in your stomach. So when you do that, it decreases your energy level. So I said to myself, man, this kid has a big upside. If I could just get him to buy into a diet and buy into doing things the right way, he could be a world champion. And I believe he was going to be a world champion before he did. But once I heard that, so that's how the stories came up about the homelessness and what he was having to eat, and he would work at McDonald's or different places, and that would be his diet. And this was a national level fighter that got ranked number 3 in the country on the McDonald's diet. So I always just kept in the back of my mind that he had an unbelievable upside, and regardless of what was going on and what people were saying, that's just, I trust my eyes more than I trust anybody else's, so that's what I believe.
Because the way he fights, obviously you got to know how to fight to be successful. How much of it do you think is based on
drive down Dean or Nevins or
what he had to go through those days, any anger involved, emotion? How much do you think that goes into what he does?
I definitely think that he has a hidden anger. He's a little introverted. Me and him are very similar. Certain things that we just don't talk about. In camp, getting prepared for the Hugo Centeno fight, when his mom passed away, we never talked about it. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I hugged him. I told him I would help him with the funeral arrangements, because obviously he was a young guy. He didn't know how to call the funeral home and do these different things. And I had some family friends that owned the funeral home, and I helped them out, But it wasn't a long, drawn-out topic. It wasn't a do this for your mom every day. And I said, man, this is he's different, because I've been through something similar like that with my grandfather, and I was, going through something much earlier in my life. And it just reminded me of that. We never talked about it in the media. He never tried to get special attention, or, nobody knew. Really, nobody knew. Al Heyman called him and said, do you want to pull out of the fight? And he said no. And it almost made me sad, because I'm not very nice to him in training. You know what I'm saying? And it was a situation where I got a kid whose mother is dead, but I gotta still train them. I mean, it's not nice, you gotta say certain things to a guy that I probably can't say here. You gotta do certain things. You gotta be up 5 o'clock in the morning. It's I don't like to use the word animal, but that's where you're going. You're going to a dark place. You're trying to hurt a man. You know what I mean? So it's not nice. We don't hug and kiss. But at the same time, he had lost his mom. You know, and I remember being out the track and the sweat, tears coming down his face. I was like, shit. It was rough on me, but we never talked about it. We never complained. We just dealt with it.
So a lot of that comes to, he's fighting a lot more than meets the eye.
Yes. Yes.
No, I was going to say, I just asked JROC that too, and now it's coming to fruition. I said, some people say Charlo's better at this, JROC's better at that, but there's something about JROC in the ring that looks like his determination is just, you know what I mean? It seems like it's beyond.
You know what? That's all of you guys' opinion, and I respect it. You know, I try to be a very humble man, but he's not better than Julian at anything. That's just what y'all say from the outside.
No, I'm saying.
I'm not
Okay.
attacking anybody in
Okay.
general. I'm just saying that that's the people that want to break everything down and look at everything in minutiae. He's not better than Julian at anything. I'm not conceding anything. He don't have a better jab. He don't punch harder. He's not faster. And y'all can quote me on it. He's not better than him at nothing. And in determination, if it comes down to a point of who's really willing to lose their life in the ring, I already know who's going to be willing to lose their life in the ring. But he's not better than him at anything. Nothing. Not just determination. Julian is the more skilled fighter, and he has more on the inside. And they're going to show y'all Saturday night.
You said that it was tough when you had to be like a tough trainer and he was going through some stuff. You know, there's all kinds of training modes. You know, some trainers, take the whip, some give them, the horse to carry. What made you, from the beginning, decide that Julian was the guy who would respond most to the kind of training where it's, the kind of training where you're constantly bumping him against his limits, pushing him?
Here's the thing, he wasn't used to having somebody monitor everything he does. So, I wanted to be there to make sure that how fast he runs his miles, how fast he runs his 400s, how fast he runs his sprints, how many different repetitions can he do, So he really wasn't a kid that was used to structure, So it was either going to be my way or no way, and I meant that. But he gave me a speech. He's like a real mature guy. And about 5 years ago, he told me, he said, Steve, I don't have a college degree. I'm all into boxing. This is all I can do. And that was his way of telling me,
Keep
listen,
screaming at me.
you got it. And I know he don't like it. I know he don't like to see me 5 o'clock in the morning. That shit's hard, man. And it's like 20.
And you get on him, because it's on YouTube. You get on him.
It's like 20 degrees in the morning. It takes our car long to pull up. It's not easy, but he does it.
So you're his custom model to Tyson.
I don't know, man. Y'all got to ask him that question. I'm just...
Because
he seems to work. He seems to like it. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here with him. So...
You know what? I don't know if he likes it. I just know he just deals with it. It's one thing to like it. I don't think he likes it.
It works.
Yes.
It works.
I don't think that he likes to train. If he wasn't a fighter...
Do you like to train?
He would be...
I like to fight. I don't like to
Okay.
He always
Cool,
tells
thanks.
me that he would be like a 200-pound chubby guy if he wasn't a boxer. I don't know, man. Sometimes, it's these things that just happen. Sometimes it's just like God's will. I really don't.
If I may interject, it seemed like you're protective of him, though. Like by how you're responding to the question I asked you and the story that you just told him. So this is beyond boxing. Can you speak to the relationship you guys outside the gym, outside the mitts, outside the track?
Well, he has a father, so I don't never like to say that I'm a father figure to him because I like his dad and he got a great relationship. I'm his friend, I'm older than him. He's 26 and I'm 40. So we're friends, but I've been through things that he's trying to go through, so I teach him how to invest. I teach him about credit, taxes, just small things that you would teach like a little brother to. As far as boxing, I really don't have to be protective of him because he can fight. He can fight his ass off. It's just that he's just been overlooked. Why? I don't know. So I might be, I don't know if the word's protective, but it's like I feel that he's been slighted and I know that it bothers him.
And you're righting that wrong.
Yes.
Overlook or avoid it?
both. He's been overlooked and he's been avoided. But he's going to knock Jamal out Saturday night. And then everybody's going to make up a reason on why he didn't get to this position earlier.
All right, we're going to switch them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys, it's your girl Angie. You're watching Barbershop Conversations. Make sure to click that button below to subscribe, like the video. Don't like it, leave a comment. You can also follow me at Angelica Curtis on Instagram. See you soon.